it down. Do something crazy. Do something crazy.
I just tapped. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid. Doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common. We just wanna have fun. Hey, do what you wanna do. I think about to do it. I think about to do it. Do something crazy.
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today we have the most prolific offense in the NFL on the field. The Chargers are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Raiders defense that will need to be at the top of its game. With that, let's get out to San Diego. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
America's finest city on about as fine a Sunday afternoon as you're ever going to see. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the San Diego Chargers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Play action. It's Lynch. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Startulele is a former first-round pick who's starting to round into form, becoming one of the better run stoppers in the league.
Let's go. On third down, Lynch. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. This will be taken at the 10. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On first down, it's Stafford. Over the middle, here to Coates. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. 6 yards to go here on second down. On second down, here's Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Brandon Marshall, no, not the wide receiver, a quality linebacker who can cover very well.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we say Watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
On first down, Stafford here. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Again, it's Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Stafford on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Sammy Coates with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll come out in the pistol. Lynch looking to throw on second, eluding the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First down, this is Rawls. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well, but I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the... And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
I like the boldness, and I liked that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Second and 10, Stafford again. It's caught by Mike Evans. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To the air again, Stafford. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Throwing again is Stafford. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Stafford looks to throw again. And he floats one there, incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now Stafford on third and goal. And that will be incomplete as well. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for three. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So give them three there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mike Evans high in the air to bring it in. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Hurry up, here we go. 48.
They go play action here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And tough starting field position here. One receiver to the left is Evans. Stafford. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And caught left side. Olsen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one. I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. 3rd and 2. Stafford. He finds Coates complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. Jarvis Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome, because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Second and 10. It's Lynch again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He's going to take a nut. He's got it at the 15. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now a first down throw. Stafford looking left side. That's caught by Landry. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Stafford out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he loses the football a second time.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Third and long. It's Stafford. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
He'll right, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Oakland. 52 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Mike Evans, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now it's Lynch. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Right. 10 yards to go on third. On third down, Lynch going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. 12 yards there as they move the chains. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From midfield now, here's Lynch. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Lynch to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Here's Lynch to throw. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. And they're going to speed things up here. Third down, here's Rawls. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here's Lynch. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Good job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. On 3rd and 1, it's Lynch. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Four down.
Here we go with Rawls. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Lynch. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost them 5 yards. So now they'll try it again as they line up to go for 2. To the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down now after the pass completion. On second down, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll come out in the pistol. Stafford on first down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jarvis Landry with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Lynch to throw. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they'll indeed go for it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jarvis Landry with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the silver and black continue to roll. And he's able to put it through. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, he flew past 200, 300, and 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
10 yards still left on second down. A first throw for the backup, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. One receiver to the left is Evans. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They start on the ground with Rawls. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. A nice, strong run there for Rawls. His coaches back in high school in Flint, Michigan, you know what his nickname was?
No, what was it?
The Train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that, because when you're trying to deal with a train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you're going to get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. There goes Thomas Rawls. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Thomas Rawls, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
21. Check 13. Check 13.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Ryan into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And now Lynch. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And it's third down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Watch left. Start right there.
On 3rd down, Lynch. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Over the middle to Evans. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Here's Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his first touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go.
Another pistol look here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look, and down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Man left. 3 down. Hurry up, here we go.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very offensive line. They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. And the Raiders have got him. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They go play action here on 1st down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw is Ryan. He's going to go for and he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now San Diego getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
Hard to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. And he will find his man on the outside. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. One receiver to the left is Evans. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Over the middle here to Coates. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. A big play there for the Raiders. 33 yards.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out. Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Here's Ryan. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Second down following the incompletion. One receiver to the left is Evans. Ryan will throw it, and this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mike Evans, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Now let's go. 3-19. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Now Lynch on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. They set up the screen to Rawls. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively, and they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at the strength.
No.
He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Rolls. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Play action. Now Lynch. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Star Latulele in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriots.
On 3rd down, Lynch. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. Lynch on 4th down. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that's what you got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living. and that's where he has to make plays to help his team, and no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now it's Lynch. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the out route, tried to sell it hard, and as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a little more cushion breaking to the out. But how about the defender reading it really well, not buying the fake or the maneuver inside, and getting to the sideline and helping break up the pass?
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raider D, they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from San Diego.